I am so sorry, y'all. I got stuck outside doing something and I totally lost track of time. Opa, sugar. Yeah, like I said, I was outside and I kind of got held up and I didn't realize what time it was. But I'm here now. How are y'all? What's up? And stop being a smart ass, sugar. Yeah, I just got a couple things I wanted to go over because it was kind of pissing me off this week. Um, I just like certain thumbnail, I mean pictures, so I just put them up. Yeah, now I'm really annoyed with people. That didn't have anything per se to do with me. It was just I liked what it said. Hello, Ghost of Casper. How are you? So one, I'm annoyed that BHB thinks she is entitled to anything to do with Summer, let alone to declare that baby girl deceased when she has no rights. For one, um, plus in the state of Tennessee, they have to be missing for 7 years or longer before you can do that. So it was to me like another thing that she just did just to have a ploy for something to talk about. You know, a lot of the creators do the clickbait and it drives me absolutely crazy. Then another creator decided that it was okay, and I don't know if they realized what they were doing, but because of the creator, I believe that person did. But watching the video kind of pissed me off because that person was talking about Harmony or Oakley Carlson and was giving you everything that happened to Harmony. Hello. Yeah, I don't think they're staying too long. I don't know. She just staying there for a little bit, watching for a little while. But he did this show for no reason, you know what I'm saying? But I need to go to anywhere and left my damn paper there. The other day she said she found one of them. About ready to unhook both. But and then what was another thing that I was gonna touch base on that pissed me off? Uh oh oh there was something else. Damn it. Hmm, I can't remember. Hello, bitchin'. So yeah, it's just like kind of it's getting to the point where people are taking shit way too far. Way too far. If you can't put out truth, don't put clickbait out just for somebody to look at your damn channel. That's BS and the highest amount that it could be stated in. Like, I don't know where people get the idea that they are entitled to information, especially if you're not immediate family to the per se child. We are entitled to nothing. Nothing. Matter of fact, if it wasn't put in the news, we wouldn't probably know anything. Do you know how many children go missing on a daily that we don't know about, that we've never heard about? And if you're not local to wherever that kid went missing, you wouldn't know. I guess that's where they get the saying of the exploited child, right? Because they find one that's already been highly publicized and run with it, right? That's what they do. Let me quit saying right because that just doesn't sound right coming out of my mouth. But it is heartbreaking. It's crazy. It's absurd how many people do this. So many people do this. And I'm wondering if it isn't just because of the money or if it's just because they know they're going to get a rise out of people, or I don't know. I don't know what the reasoning behind it is. But if you can, I can literally sit there, and I have. I need to make a video on it and go through certain creators, like all the creators, not just certain ones, but whatever ones that come on your newsfeed. And you can just make a whole live about the title of their live. And I guarantee you, maybe 7% of the 10 that do a live on a certain topic is not even in the live that they are talking about. So why even have that in your title if that's you're not even going to speak about it? Like, I grant you, everybody wants to tag Summer, keep her name out there. I understand that. But there's a level to it. Don't put Summer Rowe's case, because if you're not going to talk about her case, then why put that in there? Tag Summer. Everybody tags Summer. That's good. Leave her name, stay out there. Any other kid that's missing, put their name in the title. But put it in parentheses and be like, look, I'm not speaking about this, just notification, or let people know when you come into a live. Look, this live is not about Summer. This live is about whatever else. I'm just keeping her name out there. Tag her. But then you tag everybody else that's in the lot in the case as well, and you're not talking about them either. So it's just like, people just drive me crazy. Like, if you're not going to talk about somebody, don't put them in your title. That's what the description is for, right? Am I wrong? I mean, I might be. I promise this isn't going to be a rant, a whole live about a rant. It's not. I just had to get that stuff off my chest because it's really annoying me. But so I've seen other people do this, and it brings a good idea. And I even ran it across Nana on her live today, and people seem to agree with it there. So I saw a creator that put a challenge out for Summer's Day. Instead of everybody flocking to Tennessee, if they can't or don't have the means to do it, why not start a summer day in your own state, but bring awareness to other kids that are in your state as well, or in different states? It doesn't matter. Just missing kids in general. A lot of people can't get to Tennessee. I was fortunate enough to get there last year. I'm going to try my hardest to go this year, but I'm definitely not going for June 15th. I'll go after. But it's, something different. So everybody's not off going to Tennessee. I just think that maybe do it in your hometown or somewhere, and add people, add other kids, not just Summer. I think that's a great idea, and I hope I can get other people on board with it. This link I'm getting ready to put out is called SAS. It's a Facebook group. It's called Spreading Awareness for Summer. I want y'all to, if you can, take like 5 minutes today and go look at this group. They have like some of the most awesomest ideas to do for Summer. I mean, and like I said, you don't have to do just Summer. You can do it for any child. But you take like leftover pieces of a craft project or a remodeling project for your home or just anything, shells, tiles, rocks, anything. Put a picture on the front side and on the back side. Put put like Summer's name and her information and the call TBI, and then also like put on it, please put in a different spot, so somebody else can do the same. We're trying to see how far it can get. Like, I know I had family go to, was it Texas or Oklahoma this past week, and I had my little cousins make up things. And so they took them with them. So every rest stop they stop at, they are going to stop and leave one of those little things that they made there. So hopefully we can get the awareness of kids, all missing kids across the United States. And I know Summer is well out there. Like, she's from here to Timbuktu. Everybody is aware of Summer, and I am so gratefully appreciative of that. And I would never, ever discourage anybody from doing that. Like, I want everybody to keep doing that. But I also want the other kids that don't get the publication, like Summer, out there as well. We need to bring all these littles home, not just one or two, but all of them need to come home. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that's something that you guys would be interested in doing? Or, on June 15th, you can do your own, say, balloon release, but make sure they're biodegradable, because I know certain states don't allow balloon releases because of the latex and the rubber in them. So, make it like a paper lantern, or I heard they kind of burn up, but I'm not sure. They have Light the Way, where you do a candle wrapped around with paper that's, you put like the face of a child and their information on it, and you let it sit down by the end of your driveway or whatever, sidewalk, wherever people can see it. There's all kinds of ideas we can do for Summer's Day, and it doesn't have to be in Tennessee. It doesn't. But what I think is sad about it? It took Summer, that sweet, precious baby girl, to go missing for everybody to come up with ideas like this instead of already having ideas. Like, I don't think people realized how many kids went missing on a daily until Summer's case came out. Like, I'm sure you all knew about the missing kids, but I just don't think people grasp the idea of how many go missing day to day, like on a daily basis. And hateful to say, Tennessee is one of the worst states for that. Sorry, y'all. I was just out, like I said, I was just outside, and my husband mowed the other day, and he's about to mow again. So I was walking through a bunch of dead grass and trees, playing with one of my spirit boxes. Don't ask me why. I was bored, waiting for 2:30 to come around, and boom, missed it. But I think that's a good idea. And it's not really expensive. The most you'll have to do is the expensive part is go around your town placing these things places. Just don't put them in the water. Do not put them in water. That's the only thing I can ask. If you put them somewhere, don't put them in the water. Well, Monkey gets a lot of attention. Monkey does get a lot of attention, especially on YouTube. Doesn't as much anymore because they did arrest them, the two people, and one got released. But I don't know. It's just also Brandy doesn't want it out there like Summer's got to. So she doesn't want a bunch of he say, she say, this and that in Monkey's case. Like, look what it did to Summers, because so many people inserted themselves and had their own little bit here and there to say about it. And not for nothing, Hawkins County didn't do a very good job to begin with. And I got to give them praises, though. They did good with the little kid that went missing last week. They found him within 24 hours. Now, why the heck couldn't they have done that with Summer? Oh, that's right, because we have no evidence of what happened to her or where she went. Yeah, that's the best way to do it, Opa. Honestly, like, don't come to YouTube for your information, because 89% of the information you're going to get is probably false. It is. It is crazy how they exploit Summer. I have never made a dime off Summer, and I've been doing it for 2 years. Never once have I made a dime off Summer. It just, I don't know. I'm just so, like I told Nana, like, I was on her panel for probably about an hour this morning, and probably like 30 minutes into the live, me being on her panel, I was getting such a headache. It's like I don't even really have to talk about Summer's case. If I start thinking about it, I get a headache. And that is so sad. You mean classic and sincere? Yeah. I did that too last year when I went to Summer's Day last year, and I met Robin and all them. Theirs was different because they did do it for a lot of missing kids. Like, they had Oakley Carlson stuff there, they had Harmony, they had Classic and Sincere, they had just a bunch of missing kids, some that we know of and some that never heard of. And my first ones I picked up was Classic and Sincere. I mean, I said both. I said, this is Orrin and Orson West, or Classic and Sincere, better known as Orrin and Orson West. Yeah, and it's usually the bigger cases. Oh, Penelope, God Lord, I cannot say Opa for some reason. I know what your name is, and it drives me crazy because you switched it. But yeah, um, it's it is just incredible how well we got 1 month, and what's today? The 6th, the 5th. So we got 10 days until summer. That means we have 7 days until the West are back in court. And that's for their sentencing and to see if the state is going to bring anything up on them other two charges that got mistrial. Oh, okay, I got you. I honestly, I didn't know if it had anything to do with something like that or if it had to do with the other situation on the other side of YouTube. See, I've never even heard of who that is. Sure. See, that's what I'm saying. There are so many kids that we don't know about. And how is it fair to them that they're not getting the coverage? Honestly, even for the ones that are exploiting all the kids right now, at least they're putting their names out no matter what. But then there's like, what, maybe another 400 kids that nobody talks about? It's like if it already gets put in the news, that's what they go on. They don't go on the little private news, like not the bigger news channels, but the little small news channels or newspapers or, it's just, it's weird how like certain ones will get picked up and certain ones won't even be touched. Oh, okay, never mind. Yeah, I do know who that is. Yeah, foster care is not necessarily the good place for the kids. Really, it isn't. If you take them out of there, okay. So this is my thought on foster care. if you have that thought and you are a CPS worker and you have that thought that you're going to take the kids away from their parents or out of the situation that they are currently in, you should already have somebody lined up for that child to go to, and not one that has already has like 6 or 7 other foster kids. You want to go with somebody that's new to the system, that's not, not necessarily never had another foster kid, but you really got to go through a test for that, because here lately they've been making foster parents out of anybody, as long as you're not on that list to where you're not allowed to work with kids, and you're not allowed to anything like that. I don't remember the paper, but it said something about you're not allowed to work with kids, you're not allowed to basically have anything to do with kids if you're on that paper. Yeah, exactly. Too many of them don't really care about the kids. They act like they care about the kids, but they really don't. And I don't really care what they think about me. Because, for one thing, if you really cared about the kid, you would not be causing drama in the case. You would come out with the facts, not what you think you know, but what is truth. But the hard thing about Summer's case is we don't know anything to be truth other than her being missing. It's hard with some of these cases when they don't have the evidence. No signs, no nothing. Because, like in the beginning, Summers was abducted, right? And I still think she was took, but it was like somebody came up there and took her. Okay, now the other day I heard Dom himself say, well, she could have got mad and stomped off because nobody wanted to play with her and end up walking down the road to the road. That is a good possibility, because they really don't know how long she was missing out of the house. And she could have already been halfway down that hill by the time Candace was calling for her, or at the road at that point. We don't know what happened. And I'm not going to say none of the theories that people are saying is not true. I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to call it what it is. It's a theory until there's a fact to it. That's just my opinion. I mean, it can. Her case, there is so many theories within her case, and it's crazy. It's crazy. And then you got like these certain creators that I swear they think it's funny to get the rest of us up in our uproar. They think it's funny for us to get all mad and annoyed with what they're saying. Like, because it does piss a lot of us off. Whether you are on the well side or not, when certain information comes out, you cannot tell me you don't get mad. It may not be a mad to where you want to explode or go off on somebody, but like with the sweatshirt idea, that pissed me off. Sorry. First off, if you're going to do something like that, at least have respect and ask the parents if it's okay. But then you want to put on it, they're not searching, so we might as well. No. Who are you? Who are you to say what they are and they're not doing? Because you don't literally see them out there doing it, or there's no video, nobody taking pictures of them doing it. So you say they're not. I say, I don't know. I'm not there. I'm not with them on a day-to-day basis. I don't follow them on a day-to-day basis. I agree with you there. Like, it would be really hard to follow the horse trail unless the horse pooped every 5 minutes. But it would be really, and you're not the only person that I've heard that from, Penelope. I've heard other people say that too, because in that one press conference, they had the people riding the horses in the background. So I think that's where the theory for the horses came up at. Um, I'm not familiar with the area, but it seems like an open space that it could be possible. Okay, so I think in order for that to have happened, they would have had to been down on Beach Creek Road, the Beach Creek Road. It wouldn't have been on Ben Hill. But like when you turn onto Ben Hill, you got probably about a half a mile before you even reach the houses. I want to say I'm not good with counting, so math, so don't hold that. But it is a little bit before you actually reach the houses. And the time of year, summertime, last year when I went there on June 15th, it was completely engulfed in all the shrubs and greenery and stuff. So I could see the horse going up one of them. It's not hard for a horse to go up hills. They're trained to do things like that. So my thought would be the horse or something would have been down by the bottom land part, and I don't know, maybe they coaxed Summer off the road. I don't know. I really don't know. But, when I heard that maybe she got mad and stomped off, that is, that like gave me chills because that's something that I thought about in the beginning, but I never brought it up because I didn't want people to think I was crazy. But being the only girl, I could see that happening. Because I know when I was about her age and nobody would play with me, I'd get mad and stomp off too. Like my mom would always tell me, "Do you want me to rent you a cop play? I'll go rent you a cop. Go play with the rent a cop. Go play in traffic. Something. Just get out of my hair." So I mean, I could see Summer kind of stomping off. Not necessarily down to the road, but people have said they've seen them kids playing on Ben Hill Road. So that goes back to what do you believe? That too. Like, I mean, but you got to also remember, I asked Don himself if Summer was the type of girl that did not know a stranger, that she thought of everybody as a friend. And he said yes. And he said, and that's partially his fault because they really did not teach her stranger danger because of the people that she was normally around, that they all knew her and she knew them. So from that point, you never know. Damn it, I unsubscribed to something, not paying attention. I hit the wrong damn button. Duh. Like a dummy. I swear I'm about a box of rocks. I swear to God. Yeah, I mean, there could be a lot of possibilities of what happened. A lot of possibilities. But like with them two phone calls, the guy to Ziggy and the girl to Dolly, I mean, have y'all heard about them? I know, sure you have. Opa, have you heard about that? The 2 phone calls last week? You got to think outside the box, because if you don't think outside the box, you're going to think just like everybody else and have the same theories as everybody else. And then you ain't never going to get nowhere. I encourage everybody to have different opinions. I really do. Whether people want to believe that or not, but I really do. Okay, so this girl called Dolly, claiming to be Candace's cousin, which Candace says it's not. Um, uh, what was I saying? Sorry. Damn it. So she said she didn't want to tell her name. She just said she was a cousin of Candace's, and that Summer was taken by mistake. Summer wasn't the kid that was supposed to be took. It was supposed to be Marlena Crawford's daughter, allegedly the one that was supposed to be took. And since Marlena and her daughter were frequent up at Candace and Don's, they knew that they were supposed to be there and ended up leaving before June 15th. And then the people that supposedly took Summer didn't know. They didn't know which kid she was. But my thing is if you thought this was pertinent, why did you not inform TBI last year? Oh, wait a minute. That's right. She said that she has been telling Hawkins County and TBI, but they don't want to listen to her. They blow her off like some type of, how did she say it? Hillbilly something. I don't know. It was weird. But yeah, so she was saying that TBI and Hawkins County don't want to believe it. Well, can you blame them? Considering in the last 2 years, all the craziness that they have heard? I mean, come on. They have heard so much that I cannot believe has been said, y'all. Totally insane. Totally, totally insane. I mean, it makes me so mad just to hear that these people are coming out with what they're saying now. And then on Ziggy's panel the other night, some guy came on there saying he worked with Dawn. And no, it wasn't Dudley, obviously. It was another guy. Um, but he seemed to know a lot of the key players and involved or that inserted themselves in the case. And oh, so wait, let me finish with the woman. The woman said that she has family in Tennessee in the Beach Creek community or in Hawkins. I don't know. Hawkins County. I don't remember exactly what she said. But the funniest part about that is neither Don nor Candace have family in that area. The only family Don had was his mom. But again, why did they think that, a YouTuber should know this before TBI? Or Well, maybe the girl. She said that she called TBI and they were telling them all, but they weren't believing. So I don't know how much to believe of that. But I do believe that TBI would probably uh, look at it crazy um, due to all the stuff that they've been hearing in the last 2 years. Yes, I agree. Like Don's family, Candace's family, none of that should have even been brought into summer stuff. This is about a missing 5-year-old, not what Don supposedly did, allegedly did when he was a teenager or a kid. Because if that bothered them people, I don't give a darn. I'm sorry, y'all may think of me of any type of way. I'm not saying that it didn't happen. I'm not saying I don't believe the essay, but if it bothered you that damn bad to where your life was affected by it, as soon as you turned an illegal adult, that's when your ass should have went ahead and did what you did last year. Like, why wait until the niece you never met went missing? So I just, it just, I've always said that. That just bothered me from day one that that stuff was brought up because nobody had essay on their mind at all until Mary came out with that bullshit. Never once heard anybody mention essay until Mary came out with that stuff. All the attacking of Don and Candace is wrong. What they did or didn't do is not the point. It is summer. You're right. It's not the point whether or not Don Don told the timeline wrong. Well, if he wasn't there, of course he's not going to know what the timeline was. Hello? And just people in general just make me sick. I just don't understand how all this is brought about, especially ones that don't even know the family personally. How do you know what you're saying is true? Because somebody else told you? Oh, and that person would never ever lie to you now, would they? I guess that's why everybody tends, people tend, not everybody, because I don't. People tend to record their conversations or screenshot comments. It's crazy. Like, can't you have a personal conversation anymore without people recording every damn word you say just so they can try to fit it into their narrative of what they want? Agreed. I agree with you, Opa. But like I told Don, in reality, if they sell that house, I don't blame them. If they're not out there on a daily giving out flyers or whatever, post, I don't know. If they're not out there doing everything on a daily basis, I don't blame them. With all the unalive threats they've gotten or just the, like you said, the tormenting that they went through. I don't blame them. I'm not going to want to go out in public and have to look over my shoulder every 5 minutes to make sure there's nobody coming up behind me. Hello, Batgirl. How are you, gorgeous? It just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I don't know. I guess some of us were raised a little bit different than others. Because I know I was raised with morals and respect. And I think mostly everybody else might have been too, but they lost it somewhere along the line. Exactly, Opa. And I've said that too. Like, I wouldn't blame them. I couldn't be, if they didn't do anything, you know what I'm saying? Just think about what's going through their minds being in that house, looking outside, like, and even if they did do something, which I doubt they really did, but even if they did, that would be a reason why they don't want to be there. Now, I've heard here in the last few days that people are going around saying that they're on the run. They're not on the run, y'all. They are not on the run. They cannot get work in Tennessee due to the Scooby Boob Troop. If the Scooby Boob Troop would have left their damn asses in whatever states they come from and not went to Tennessee and got the man fired, he'd still be there. So you have nobody to blame but the ones that went there and did what they did. But he is not on the run. She is. Excuse me, y'all. I cannot get this cough to go away. But they are not on the run. They have to go out of state for work. Whether it be Arkansas, Utah, North Carolina, West Virginia, it don't matter. They're going to stay to where they can get home if they need to be there. But what do they need to be there for? Other than to worry about people stealing their shit. I've seen some lady post, send JLR, I'm not sure, this is allegedly, I remember JRL saying it, that some lady had emailed him and told him he had a little pink rocking horse that belonged to Summer, and that if he gave her like $50, he could turn around and sell it for 2 times what she wants for it. Why are you going to go steal that baby's toys? First off, that's theft and trespassing. If it is true, we know how JLR is. He's, part of the Scooby Boob Troop. So, but I mean, I'm just saying, I was using it as an example. People have been doing stupid shit like that. And yeah, no, I have said that too. They have not went on YouTube. I mean, they should not have went on YouTube. And I have talked to Don about that as well. I asked him about all the drunk nights he went on before he went to jail. And my question was, did you say things purposely just because that's what they wanted to hear and you were just tired of people always on your ass? And he kind of chuckled about it and he said something like that. So that brought my theory to me as truth. Like, I've said that since day one. He's only telling them what he knows they want to hear. I mean, could it be a lie? Yes. Do I feel like it was a lie? Nah, not compared to some of the other things that I've heard him say. So, I mean, and he was very respectful to me. He was very nice. I didn't hear no curse words besides other than the F word, which we're all guilty of that. Thank God, no N word. So, I mean, I don't know. Everybody has their own views on what to believe and how to believe it. Everybody has their own things. I agree with you. But the reason why they lied is because they lied just because they know people wanted to hear what they were saying. And I don't blame them, honestly, Batgirl. With all the shit that they went through, you can kiss my ass. I'm not telling you a damn thing. You are not entitled to nothing that has to do with my child. Honestly, like, people went too far with things that they done to them. Way too far. Look at Steven Stainer case. Who's that? Opa's Angel. I'm afraid. You are not afraid of nothing, woman. I don't even want to hear you say that word. I know if something comes down, I'm hiding behind you. Miss Batgirl. Woo, that one night she was on Griff Boy. Woo. I was like, I kept saying to myself, remind me never to piss her off. And hell, half of the things that people were saying that they said that the Wells said isn't even true. People just say what they want to say to fit the narrative. Like I said, probably about 80% of what people have said about Summer Wells and the people around probably is lies. All lies, probably. More than likely, all lies. Well, I mean, that's everybody has their own views on the child abuse thing. I personally do not think that any of them were abused other than being maybe verbally and mentally. There was no physical abuse with them kids unless they deserved it. And I'm not one to tell you I would not smack my kid if she deserved it. Um, my child will tell you, you don't play with mama. What mama says, mama means. Don't come at me with a lie. Don't come out with me with I don't know, because that's bullshit. It could have been an accident and after being hidden, that then becomes the crime. But I don't know about that either. Accidentally took? I don't know. I'm until more facts, and facts meaning truth, there's nothing to for me, in my opinion, there is nothing more for me to even go for. Because right now everything is about the parents. And this case has nothing to do with them. Until they are arrested for something, we've got to put on the line and think outside the box. They may not really know anything. But when TBI and Hawkins County come out and arrest them for something, then that's when tables will turn. And I've said since day one, if they are accused of something to do with Summer, I will publicly apologize to everybody that I have ever had a confrontation over them with. But that's only if it has something to do with Summer. Because everybody's views on child abuse, I don't care who you are, everybody's views are different. Everybody. Parnell. That name sounds familiar. Was that the one where when the boy got so old, he tried to like distance himself from that kid and make him bring another kid in? Is that who that is? I know where you stand. I don't think we'll know the truth either, honestly. Well, if they get arrested, then at least we know they're getting arrested for something that is truthfully. They're not going to arrest them for something that's not true. That is why they haven't done nothing yet. Because everybody that keeps calling, do you guys realize how on a daily basis how many phone calls TBI and Hawkins County get? Honestly, do you guys know? And all the craziness that they say when they call. I know when I called Hawkins County, I was like, I'm just trying to figure out who is over Summer's case. Is it Hawkins County or is it TBI? The guy I talked to said it was TBI. TBI took it over. When I called TBI and talked to the lady on the phone at TBI, they said, oh no, we're just assisting Hawkins County. So I think they both need to get on the same fucking page and talk, because it is kind of funny how TBI is telling you it's Hawkins County is telling you it's TBI. What is it? Who is it? They're not going to do a press conference this year. because there's no new information that they deem credible. Nothing new. And if you look at the last 2 years worth of things that have come out, it is all the same bullshit, just worded a little bit different. But most of it is all the same. The same information over and over again. That just shows you that I don't really think they have much. Whether, I know a lot of times they hold things in because they just don't want all their crap out there for everybody to hear and see. I understand that. But I really don't believe they have much. And for the longest time, I believed that Hawkins County had something to do with Summer going missing. I really do. Because it was within a week after Summer went missing, they did that big, big drug bust in Beach Creek. The Maddie McCain and the John Benet Ramsey, I never really got into. I couldn't focus myself on them. I feel like Summer's case is going to end up like Madeline's, but I don't know, y'all. But I do know that true crime is not just about missing children. Maybe this community is true crime missing children, but they need to really state that, because true crime is about all types of crime, not just missing children. And I am planning on transitioning into just true crime as a whole and not just missing kids. Seems like it just keeps pulling you in when it's the missing children, and it just, oh my God, it makes your brain hurt. When you're a creator, it makes your brain hurt. Even if you're just the researcher, it makes your brain hurt. Carrie was the Yosemite Park killer. I don't know. I've never heard of that before. Elvis Angels, they live not far from me. Batgirl, aren't you in the UK? On the what's MMIW? I'm still trying to figure what the MMIW is. Oh, missing, murdered, indigenous. Oh, yeah. You know what? Somebody asked me about that, and I was like, I wouldn't mind covering that because there is so many of them that went missing, um, just vanished. But I don't know. I don't know if I can really bring myself into getting that far into it. I have a friend that lives in, is it Canada? And she said her part of Canada, that there's a highway that they said that if a woman walks like a mile on that road, that woman disappears like into thin air. I don't think it's the Highway of Tears. I think it's a different one. Oh, awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I think isn't that Route 66 or something like that? There it is. MAUS. Dang it. Oh, dummy. I know there is. I just don't know if I can. Crap. Damn it. Nightbot. Let me try that again. There we go. Now it works. Edward Dennis Isaac was convicted of manslaughter in May of 1987. I don't know who that is, sweetheart. Here, I'll tell you what. Whoever wants to come up may come up. And we can talk. It's a lot easier when you guys are on panel than me trying to follow your conversation in the chat. From 1969 to 2006, I have no idea. None whatsoever. Clueless. Ugh. My arms are so dirty from being outside playing with them dogs just a lot of it. Ugh. You're getting your man ready for work. Oh, I think that's so sweet. Mine had to stay home and aggravate the crap out of me today because he went to the river Saturday night. So I guess, in his mind, he missed aggravating the hell out of me while he was gone. So he decided to take the day off and aggravate me some more. I guess they don't. The reason why is because, the indigenous women usually belong to a tribe and they got their tribes to take care of it. Because, like the ones that live on reservations don't necessarily have to abide by what we have to abide by. Yeah, my honey to-do list never gets done because he always finds something else to do. Give me 1 second, y'all. I've got to run to the restroom. All right, I'm back. Sorry. Little girl's room called. But yeah. Um. Oh, so back to the phone calls. So the girl said that Candace and Don had nothing to do with Summer Gone Missing, and that she didn't put blame on them at all. Um. She said it was. I guess it had to do with some guy named Spider. Hush, Eva. Hush. God bless y'all. Girl. All right, I'm sorry, y'all. She was barking.
What? Oh, you live?
Yeah, I figured I'd do it live before we end up going to town. Since I haven't been live all week, I wasn't allowed to. YouTube said I was grounded for the week.
Are you on punishment? But we should have tried that shit.
I was last week. I didn't go live at all last
We
week.
should have tried that with the fish.
I didn't go live at all last week.
Oh, yeah, you don't punishment.
I was on punishment. YouTube said, very bad girl.
You bad hitter.
And I didn't even do nothing wrong. Well, I did. It was my fault. I got a copyright.
That's crazy.
Got a copyright.
Just because you fell asleep and it kept playing, that's crazy.
Because it went into somebody else's, another creator's channel that I don't have permission to stream.
I heard what I mean, you talking about it the other day.
Somebody got butt hurt. Like, oh, I didn't.
Yeah, they got butthurt. Even though the fair use was in my description and shit like that, they still didn't.
I didn't get her permission to come in around.
So last night around 12:30, I started a live, y'all, and we watched Paranormal since I wasn't able to do it all weekend. So we did it last night from like 12:30 to 4:30. I actually fell asleep again this morning, but because it was the guys that I'm allowed to show their stuff, I didn't get a copyright. So that shows me it was just the creator that was butthurt that I guess I didn't say go sub to him. I don't even know who the heck it was. I woke up and he was on.
Hello?
Y'all, I was mean this morning. Somebody called my phone and I didn't know the number. Thought it was a spam number. So when I answered, I said, I sell dicks.
I sell coffee sandwiches.
I sell dicks. They're like, I'm sorry, I have the wrong number. I was like, yeah, I think you do. Yeah, I do them every weekend. I do it Friday. I do Friday and Saturday nights. I premiere my two friends. They do a premiere every Friday and Saturday. So I premiere them later on in the evening because they do it early. And then Sunday, if Twin Paranormal doesn't put anything out, I just go over something that one of the other two channels does. See, I have four channels. I have permission to show their premieres: Amy's Crypt, Paranormal Nightmare, Paranormal Quest, and Twin Paranormal. I'm allowed. I have Twin Paranormal Files said it was okay, but I think I got to ask him depending on which episode it is. So I just try not to really do them as much as the other four. I haven't really done Amy's Crypt at all, so it's going to be interesting to do hers because her and Paranormal Quest usually do it together. Can you guys please? I'm live. They don't really want to hear what you got to say if I'm in the middle of a conversation.
Well,
But
they're gonna have to listen to it.
you don't ever come out here. Why are you out here?
We're getting ready to leave though.
In an hour. An hour.
And
You said
I got
5
to
o'clock.
be there. No, I got to be there at 4:30.
Oh,
I said
damn.
like 20 minutes.
You said 5 o'clock when I asked you.
No, I said 4:30. No.
Well, y'all,
She said 4, and I said no 4:30.
I'm gonna probably end this within the next 15 minutes, and then I will do a live this evening. I'll probably do some paranormal stuff this evening. I'm gonna try to, since there's not much going on in the true crime. There's not very much nothing going in the trials besides Adam Montgomery, and that's a weapons charge. So I'm not really into that one. Although Kayla Montgomery took the stand today, she did turn state's witness against her husband. That's going to be interesting when it comes to Harmony's trial. Really? That's what I was doing when I was late, y'all. I was outside. I was outside playing with my dog, and then I was like, you know what? My husband's grandma's house got tore down, and it's still kind of rubble, and the grass and everything overturned it and stuff, so you can't really even tell it's there anymore. So, um, with my father-in-law, and she had this guy that did everything for her. His name was Pat. He passed her, my father-in-law, that dude passed away on this land. And not to mention the road that I live on, the Confederate soldiers used to march up and down. So, yeah, I'm sure I have a lot of paranormal activity around here. And not even 15 minutes away, probably about 10 minutes away, we have the Devil's Stomping Ground, which is said to be very haunted. They say that if you try to stay the night there, whatever, because it's a big perfect circle, and it's all dirt. No grass will grow in this circle. It's just complete dirt. Grass grows all the way around it, but not inside of it, which is very weird. And so they say that things that are left out there overnight tend to not be in the circle in the morning. So most of the time when people go out there to do things, they don't end up going to sleep. They end up staying up all night just to see if anything happens. Hello, GTX. You're pretty late because I'm getting ready to end this here shortly because I got to go to town. Where you been at, mister? But I will do a live when I get back. If I do an early live, then we can talk true crime. But if I end up doing a later live, it'll be about paranormal. Because, during the day it's true crime, at night it's scary stuff. I want to even start doing some where I go on location and use my spirit box and stuff and see if we can do something cool like that. I'm not sure.
Which app you got?
Apparently, I live to visit the cemetery. I love cemeteries. I really do.
I don't know about the necrophonic.
But I'll tell you what, the fucking spirit box I had today going off, it told me my land was haunted. I got 3 different names out of it. 1 girl, 2 guys. Hey, they called me a hag and then a fool, so they're not very nice spirits. Well, not necessarily. You might be in the bed, doesn't mean you're asleep. So, uh, but yeah, I like doing it. I had fun. Like I said, there was a few people in my live. I had like 7 people in my live last night while I was doing it, and only about 3 people talking. That was fine. I just wanted to prove to people that I don't tell everybody to hush while they're on, and I do like talking while they're talking. I had somebody tell me that I hush them, and that uh, I don't allow. I didn't. They weren't allowed to talk during the live. I said, now that's a lie. I encourage y'all to talk during the paranormal lives, especially because I'm in the comments with you. It's not like, I remove my whole self from the live and I'm in the comments just like you are. Oh, god dang. What the fuck? Having issues. Fuck. Hold on now. I gotta get a tool. Alright. Okay. Yeah. I told him I'd end it when you got ready, you dumbass. You sitting on the bed not doing jack. You asking me if I'm ready. Yeah, you don't usually go to sleep until just before he gets home at night. But I am going to go ahead and end this here. I'll probably be back live around 8. If I go live, if I don't, it'll be this. Well, if I don't go live before 8, then I'll be on after 8 so we can do the paranormal. There's still one that I keep watching over and over again because I'm just kind of confused on it. I don't understand how a spirit can RAPE you. I just really don't understand how they could do it. But she obviously liked it. Hold on one second. Hello.
Hi there, this is Natalia with Consumer Counsel on a recorded line and you can press the to be removed. Can you hear me okay?
Do you have a dick for sale?
So we're just following up.
That's what I thought.
Record.
But I love you guys, and I will talk to you guys this evening. If you come in, if not, I will talk to you tomorrow when I do my live. But I love your faces, everybody. Be kind. It takes one smile to brighten up somebody else's day. You never know what that one smile will do for somebody. With that being said, I love your faces, and I'll talk to y'all later. Oh, if you catch this on the replay, please leave a comment. I do like reading them. They give me, especially even the rude ones, I even get a tussle out of them too. All right. Bye, y'all.